What's going on? How you? Michael the Librarian. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Memoirs of the Metaphysical. And today's topic is an interesting one. I was uh I was looking at something. I don't even remember what it was. And whatever I was reading, it was something Planet of the Apes. Something clicked in my fucking head. We, humanity, mankind, we are the planet of the apes for real. Like, that's not no made up shit. When you look at the missing link, Bigfoot, understanding what the Garden of Eden really and truly was, a laboratory, one of many. You then come to realize that nigga, we monkeys for real. Between humans and I believe it's chimpanzees or orangutans, or one of them. There's a we share 98% of the same DNA. There's a difference of 2%. And you know where that 2% comes from? That 2% comes from your Garden of Eden story. The let's create man in our image. This is the same place where the so called junk DNA comes from. So, where I'm gonna tie all this shit up. So, Garden of Eden. The original there was when the Anunnaki came here, there was already a group of hominids here, ape man, and these are the individuals, Homo habilis and it also might have been Homo erectus. But these are the individuals who the Anunnaki came and modified, added their own DNA with the DNA of the people who was already here on this planet, which is your reason for the missing link. That concept amongst academia and the scientific world of where's the missing link. There's too big of a gap, or too big of a difference from one set of evolved humans to the next. That the leap from what's on paper one to two is so large that there has to be that two has to be three, and there's actually a two in between. Well, that's the answer for that. The Anunnaki adding their DNA to Homo habilis advance their genetics at a rapid pace. The crossbreeding. And so, had we not been fucked with, most of us today would be what is known as Bigfoot. Bigfoot is what our ancestors evolved into because they were left alone and allowed to evolve. It's interesting because Bigfoot would look at us like we're alien because they are the natural, evolved species of this planet. We are not naturally evolved. Our genetics was modified, tampered with. So Darwin was right in his thesis of human evolution. This is interesting because knowing your origins, because not only has that modification, this just goes to show how long this type of genetic modification has been going on. It's just been going on for eons, and it's still going on to this day. It's these type of connecting of the dots that help pull back the wolves from over a nigga's eyes. It's interesting when you think about it, because white people like to call us monkeys as a fucking derogatory comment, but there's like, it's like, for real, my nigga, like, there's some truth to it. But, you know, on the flip side of that shit is too to understand that since, we got uh extraterrestrial DNA in our bodies, like, we can do some shit, my nigga. Like, you know, lifting the shit up off the ground and moving shit, and with the movies what called superpowers, like, we got access to that shit in real life. For real. It's just wow. When you come to comprehend these things and understand, like, oh, this is what the fuck is going on. Oh my god, like, you know but this is all part of the history of what we have been experiencing in the journey of ourselves. Because some people will look at this information and be like, yo, what's the fucking point of it? What's the relevance? It's to some people, I get it, it might not be, but to some people it is, to understand uh the real true inner workings of this shit, yo. For real. This shit is mind blowing. Like when you really dig into this shit and reach a level of certain, start reaching levels of certain understanding. And but yeah, we monkeys for real though. I'm talking about ape man with a gorilla back, whatever the fuck you want. Nigga. And one of the, what's interesting about Bigfoot is that them niggas they, them niggas be slipping in and out of reality and dimensions. I forgot what they call. They called, I can't think of it at the moment, but it's something Walker. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why, sightings ain't aren't quite frequent. Cause they able to shift in and out on the nigga. But if this is your thing, I have it on very good authority that you will be able to find uh, a few graves that contains Bigfoot remains in caves along the West Coast. So put that out there in case you fancy a gander along them lines I'm talking about. Me, it's cool about the snap my thing. Stay in pursuit of the end of anything that keeps you from being your authentic self. To the next episode.